The Girls Club, 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 The Girls Club. It's my club and I'm a girl, yeah.
Hello and welcome back to the Girls Club. I'm your president, Emily, and let's crack open a cold one, why don't we? I got a tall boy here, a tall boy of Diet Coke, because I am a alcoholic and I don't drink anymore because I had issues with alcoholism. So let's crack it open. ASMR in 3, 2, 1. Headphone users, get ready to fucking orgasm. Also, sorry if the traffic's loud. I live on a busy road. What can I say? Okay. Rent's cheaper when you live in less desirable places. Here we go. It's kind of hard for me to do this because I want to be in frame, but also my mic is between my knees. Diet Coke. It's a Diet Coke. Listen to that biz. I did Uber Eats this from 7-Eleven. Uber Eatsing is my version of Taylor Swift's private jet flying to unnecessary places, because I am probably contributing a lot to fossil fuel emissions. And that's something that I will be willing to admit. I'm very vulnerable in the fact that sometimes I do Uber Eats things that are completely unnecessary. And it is a waste of money. It's bad. It's bad to do for so many reasons, but Mama needed a Diet Coke today, baby. This one's just the right amount of spicy. If you are a Diet Coke girl, you know that like there are levels to this life, and the best version of Diet Coke is Coke Zero. I will not elaborate. That is the best version. I know it's not the same thing, but it is the best. The second version is what you get in Mexico, and it's called Coca-Cola Light. Coca-Cola Light! It's superior to American Diet Coke. The third best is Diet Coke from McDonald's, if it's a good day. And then the fourth, Diet Coke in a can. Diet Coke in a bottle is, like in a plastic bottle, is last for me. I don't know. It's better in an aluminum can, and I don't know why, but that's my truth, and I will not be elaborating on that. Thank you very much. How is everybody? Oh my God, last week was, last week was a yikes. It was a doozy, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Let's just say I may or may not have recorded an entire podcast, deleted it, and re-recorded, and what I put out was the re-recorded podcast, because the initial podcast I recorded was, I don't want to say in bad taste, but let's just say some of the news wasn't fully out yet, so I felt it was best to bury it. You know, some things are best left unsaid, and if you have nothing nice to say, you shouldn't say anything at all. Which I know I don't always practice on here, because a lot of the things I say are not nice. But in that moment, the wound was so fresh for a lot of people. And I thought, I don't need to talk about this. So yeah, the episode that or the club meeting that we had last week was a second take. And that's fine, you know? Sometimes it's like that. But this right here is a one-take wonder, because I am seeing Kurtis Connor tonight, Wednesday, at the Ryman. And I only got one shot to do this because I gotta record this meeting, edit it, and get it over, or get it scheduled to go out, because tonight, ladies, I'm going out to see a comedy show of a little white Canadian man who wears pearl necklaces at the Ryman Auditorium, y'all. I'm so fucking excited. I haven't seen Kurtis Connor before, so I will report back. I will report my findings. I have seen a few YouTube comics before, and it's very hit or miss. I love Kurtis Connor. His videos are so good, and I haven't seen his stand-up live, but I did see his stand-up set that he like posted on his YouTube channel last year from his tour. It wasn't my favorite comedy set ever. I didn't really find myself laughing at all, but I think that's kind of, when you see comedy live, it's a bit more easy to laugh at because people around you are laughing, so it kind of like makes it more funny. So we'll see. I have high hopes for a living. When I got high hopes. That is the biggest, downfall a band I think has ever had. And that's not true. That's not even close to true. But the fall of Panic at the Disco, from what they were in 2005 to, are they still making music? Or is Brendan Urie just on Instagram Live?
This is my first video on Instagram.
Yeah, I don't know. Panic at the Disco, If You Can't Sweat Out, one of my favorite albums of all time. After that, not the best. Big downfall for that band. And it's unfortunate because I really had high hopes for them. But how's everybody doing? I know America is in... Oh my God, sorry, my nose is running out of nowhere. It's like I drank that Diet Coke and now my nose is dripping. I know America is in quite a bit of disarray at the moment. So this episode, or club meeting, fucking God, shit and fuck. Also, how's my face looking? I put no makeup on because I gotta do makeup later. So I was like, I'm not doing it and redoing it because I'm doing it and doing it and doing it well. I'm doing it and doing it and doing it well. Also, drinking this Diet Coke, huge mistake, because now I'm like burping like that scene in in Willy Wonka, or what's the original one? Willy Wonka with Glenn, or what's his name? Y'all know. Charlie Buckets when he was blonde, and not the Tim Burton fucking version that I am not a fan of. And come at me for that. I'm not a big Tim Burton girl. Let me just tell you that. I don't know. Something about it. Don't like it. But when they're like, and then they drink that fucking juice or whatever, and they start burping and floating and flying around. That's what I feel like right now. So, and for me, burping and farting are two of the most disgusting things that a human being can do. Of course, when I do it, it's okay. Yeah, but I won't do it in front of you. No. I'm one of those people that it's like, even people I date, I'm like, I'm not farting in front of you. I'm not shitting in front of you. I'm not burping in front of you. Like, that shit is gross to me. So I reserve that for my own privacy when nobody is home, and I just rip ass like fucking crazy. But yeah, this Diet Coke is making me burp, so sorry. I will be probably having a lot of jump cuts in this, which I always do because I don't like when there's a bunch of long pauses in me talking, because I feel like as a viewer, it's like I'm zoning out. So if there's a lot of jump cuts, it's because I am like creating some CO2 emissions in here from all of my burping that could probably power whatever is powered by CO2. And where was I going with that? Anyways, America's crazy and everything is fucking insanity. I'm like, I gotta get away from it all. I gotta run fast for your mother, run fast for your father, run for your sister and your miss and your brother. Florence and the Machine, man. What a throwback. That is the 2010s personified right there, baby. The dog days are over. over. The dark days are done. What the fuck was she ever saying? Yeah, so anyways, I've been trying to escape that shit because it's like I get on TikTok and it's just doom and gloom and civil war and conspiracy theory and blah blah fucking blah. I don't care. I'm tired. I am exhausted. I don't want to see it. I want to get on my phone and I want to see funny shit. I want to get on my phone and I want to laugh. I want to be entertained. I need a little jester to live in my phone so when I turn it on, he goes like this. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. Let me juggle. Let me show you what I can do. I need to start juggling again because I was on a juggling team when I was in elementary school. We did perform at Barnes & Noble on Wednesday nights. And it is a talent that I technically have, but it's a skill that I've lost. You know, I can still do it, but not very, very long. Also, for somebody who has no depth perception, it's actually comical that I was on a juggling team because for those who don't know, a little lore about me, I am blind in my right eye. So no vision out of that thing. And that's why a lot of times it looks like I have a one eye looking one way and one eye looking the other. It's because they literally are because my right eye doesn't work. It tracks light. So it moves around, but she's a little slower, a little more lazy, you know. Her fat ass likes to sit around and not do shit. So yeah, sometimes it looks like I got a lazy eye because I do. Okay. That being said, I have no depth perception, right? And so what that means is anything involving balls, I'm not very good at. Yeah. Except for, well, if you know, you know. I haven't had sex in like 4 years. True story. And anyways, so the fact that I did juggling is actually really funny because the fact that I was able to do that is like very impressive. And one might say is inspiring, motivational, gets you thinking, gets you wanting to try something you've never done before, push yourself to the limits, overcome something hard. And that's really why I do what I do. I do it for the kids. I do it to be an inspiration. I do it for all the other half-blind people out there.
1738.
I can say it because I have it. It's not ableist if I am blind, right? I hope not. That's how the rule works, right? I'm reclaiming the term. But I will say I did have a sense of camaraderie. I did have a sense of community when Jeff Wittick was talking about losing his vision in one of his eyes because of the excavator accident with David Dobrik. Good old David Dobrik. The excavator tragedy of Jeff Wittick. And he was talking about when he, lost his vision in that eye. I think he has his vision back almost all the way in that eye after, I think he's undergone, over 50 surgeries. It's insane, all of that shit that happened, actually. But I did have this sense of, camaraderie and community when he was talking about, he's like, and the craziest part about losing vision in one eye is, you don't have depth perception anymore. I'm like, thank you. Finally, somebody talking about it. Yeah, I don't know how far away it is. I don't know. Pass me a ball, and I'm gonna try to grab it after it's already gone way past me. I can't tell how far it away. That's why it was so funny when my dad and mom, well, not really my mom. I don't think my mom really made me do anything ever. But when my dad put me in basketball, and I was fucking terrible at it. Why can't you just be good at this? Yo, that ball to me looks like flat fucking Stanley, bitch. I cannot tell how far the goal is. I put it up for 3 and it goes air ball. or it just slams the backboard hard as fuck because I put way too much power into it. So I was like, girl, I was on defense the whole time I played basketball. Let's just say that, because that's exactly what happened. Oh my gosh. But anyways, all that to say, y'all, I've been trying to disassociate. I've been trying to like get some fucking sense of like I'm stepping out of the bullshit. I'm stepping out of the news cycle. I don't care. It's like I do care, but I care. I've cared way too much for the past fucking 10 years of my life. It's all been chaos. It's all been madness, and it's all been horrible. It's like every day it's like the end of the fucking world. We're trying to like incite this like civil war between the people and whatever. And I'm just like, I'm unsubscribing. So what have I been doing? I think I talked about this, but I decided, my birthday's coming up. It's October 3rd. Shout out my Libras. It's October 3rd, and I'm like, you know what? I have not thrown myself a birthday party or celebrated a birthday of mine I really think since my 21st birthday. And what's so funny about that is on my 21st birthday, I had not food poisoning. I had the stomach flu, so I couldn't even partake in my own birthday party. I was in college. My mom came and picked me up. I was shitting and puking at the same time. It was really fucking terrible. My friends got a cake. They like made Jello shots. It was like Drake themed. I know, guys, it was a different time. It was 2018. It was a different time. Okay. It was Drake themed. It was fucking so cool. They made like a shot book for me. I was so excited, and the day came and it was miserable. Since then, I have not really celebrated my birthday besides like going to dinner with like one person, or even some years just doing absolutely nothing. And this year I thought, you know what? It's time. It's time to do something fun and to just give people something to like enjoy that takes them out of reality. So this year, my theme for my birthday party is whimsy. The theme is whimsy. It is going to be Benson Boone Moonbeam Ice Cream Blue Jean, and it feels so mystical, magical. You know what I mean? Like, that is the vibe. I hired a tarot card reader. Her name is the Scarlet Mystic. That is legitimately the only name I know for her. Yeah, I'm very excited about that. 30 years in tarot. Whatever that means. Me, I'm like the definition of like an atheist, and just like I don't really believe in religion or like higher power or anything. I do believe in physics, so I do believe in like what you put out, you're gonna get back. You know what I mean? In that type of sense. But I think tarot is fun. I think it's kind of silly because it's probably more of like mentalist stuff where people are picking up on your body language and whatever. However, it's still fucking fun. You know what I mean? It's like, who cares? It's like a magician. Nobody thinks like a magician is like actually doing real magic. You know, it's like, we know that it's like a trick, but it's still entertaining and I still love it and I'm still blown away. Like, that's how I feel about tarot. It's like, you know what I mean? But anyways, so I hired this tarot card reader. She's going to come to the house. She's going to read everybody's cards, pull cards for everybody. And the decor, like the decorations of it all, it's just going to be whimsical. And I created this mood board and I went to this craft store. It's like a secondhand craft store. So everything's like discounted because it's all donated. And I bought a bunch of just like junk, really. Like, it's very just like DIY style. And I just wanted to show you some of the stuff that I've made for it so far. In my kitchen, I have this like small table and then there's 2 chairs beside it. And that's where the readings are going to take place. And I thrifted this like these lace curtains and I dyed them pink and green, of course, my favorite colors. And I'm going to create like this tent around it. And then I got these like pink fairy lights that I'm going to like put throughout it. And then I made these little beaded star ornament things that I'm gonna hang in it. So let me show you those because they're really fucking cute. And this was such an easy craft. So if you like, I feel like these would be cute on a Christmas tree or just hang them up in your room, like whatever, like really you can do anything with them. But let me just show you these. So they're made with buttons and beads and wire and they're super cute. Then I just put kind of like crazy ribbon all over the tops to hang them from. It's kind of just mismatchy, quirky, and weird or whatever. So that's going to be part of it as well. I also thrifted like all of these like vases that are like a bunch of different colors of glass. So I'm going to get a bunch of florals and put those out everywhere. And I got some like candle holders and miscellaneous candlesticks. Like it's just going to be very, very cutesy and fun and all of the things. Another thing that I'm made for it are for everybody who is going to be there, which I'm not like saying like this is gonna be this like huge party, y'all. I have like very, very few friends, so I was able to kind of like really go off on the stuff for it because there's not a lot of people. But I made these like crowns because I saw on Pinterest, like when I typed in like whimsical birthday, which pulls up a lot of crazy shit on Pinterest. When I typed in like whimsical birthday decor or whatever, like I saw these like cool like DIY like crowns. And so I made a crown for each of the people that are going to be there. And I just wanted to show you them because like I've spent like 4 days making these. And this is the most fun I've had it in so long. So if you just need like a DIY like craft kind of thing, if you have like, I don't know, like a niece or a daughter or I don't know, just like some sort of like birthday kind of thing to do. And I'm like saying a niece or a daughter because they look very juvenile. But at the same time, it's like I'm turning 28. The theme's whimsy. Why not us wear like crazy craft things, you know? So yeah, that took like a lot of time. There's also glitter like everywhere. I feel like that's going to be permanently everywhere in this room, but I don't care. They're so fucking cute and they're kind of meant to be like, okay, like after you wear them once, like you can have this and like, I don't know, have it as your like birthday tiara that you have or whatever. And I don't know, they're so much fun. And I just want everybody to feel like, I think my main thing for like not celebrating my birthday has always been like, I don't want to be like, as much as it seems like not that case because I literally have a YouTube channel, but it's like, I don't like to be the center of the attention with like real life, if that makes sense. Like, I don't like to be the like I hate whenever it's like I would have like a birthday at like a restaurant or something and like people would sing or like stuff like that. It's just like it's uncomfortable for me. Like I've just never enjoyed that. Where I think for like YouTube or like I was a dancer, like that's totally different for me because it's almost like performing. Like it is like this I'm my authentic self, but it's like a it's just different, you know what I mean? Where it's like in real life, like I'm much more of like a background character and I like it like that. It's not like I'm saying like, oh, poor me, nobody looks at me, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, I enjoy being that person. I enjoy being the like, when you need me, I'm there, but I'm not like, I don't have to be in the mix of everything all the time. And so for this, like, it is so fun because everybody gets something out of it. It's like you get your tarot card read, you get this, and then I also have a craft that people are going to do. So it's like I thrifted all of these picture frames and I have like thousands of beads because y'all, if y'all are OGs, y'all remember when I first started this thing, I was like, y'all, I need reviews on Apple Podcasts. So if you do a review, I made y'all friendship bracelets and I sent them. I sent so many friendship bracelets to people for leaving reviews. But that being said, I have thousands of beads from that. And so I saw this thing on Pinterest where it was like DIY picture frames and you like glue beads and like all this like fun like whimsical stuff to it. So like that is going to be like a craft going on while you know, people are getting their cards read or whatever. So it's like you have something to do. And it's like, I love a birthday dinner and something like that. But like for me, with like how ADHD I am and how much I'm like, I don't know. It's like when we were little and we had birthday parties, they were always activity based, you know? It was always like go to like a trampoline park and jump around, or you go to like a thing where you like create something like those like pottery places where you like paint pottery, or you go and you make something and you get something out of it as the guest. And I guess for me with like throwing a party or something, it's like I want people to leave and have like an experience from it, and not just like, oh yeah, I went to a dinner and I had to spend money on it. You know, it's like I'm hosting it, so it's like you don't have to spend anything because you're coming to it, and that's all you need to do. Is like I just want you to come and enjoy and like have fun and it be something positive and not feel like an obligation, and feel like something that you're like excited to do. So I don't know, like that's just, not that I expect other people to do that when they have a party, but that's just how I've always like felt about hosting and stuff. And since it's not a giant group of people financially, like I am able to do this kind of stuff where it's like I'm not asking people for money for any of it. It's like it's more of just like you get to come, you get something out of it, you get something to take home, and it's just like a memory. So I don't know, it's been very positive for me though to have something like this to look forward to, with how extremely chaotic life is right now in the media, in like politics and everything. It's like having this stupid like birthday party thing that I'm planning has been such a great like escape for me to have, and been so much fun. So I don't know, I guess all that to say is like, if you are feeling like overwhelmed by life and all of the negativity that's like literally everywhere, it's like inescapable, not that you need to throw a party or something, but it's like, I'm telling you, just like having something else to devote your mind to that isn't doom scrolling, and that isn't, you know, arguing with people on the opposite side who like it's waste of your time. Like I'm just telling you, like it's just not worth it, you know? It's like even family members who are just like so just like they just don't get it because they're not online, they're not whatever. So it's like, I don't know, it's just like having like an outlet creatively has always been such a positive thing for me. That's why I love doing YouTube. That's why I love painting and drawing and making stuff. But this like having a party, and so it's like creating like a little community atmosphere where it's like we're doing something and we're all getting something positive out of it. And I don't know, it's just, it's really sparking joy, y'all. It's really sparking joy. And it's making me really want to like continue to grow this, so like we can do this type of stuff like as like a community and do shit like this. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's really silly because it's just literally a birthday party, but like it's really giving me inspiration to like make this thing big too, so we can do events like this where it's just a small little meetup with some people and we do like something silly like this, and like nobody has to pay anything, like it's all covered. It's just like y'all show up and like have fun and like whatever. Like that is my dream with this, is to just like literally create community and bring people together and like have a space outside of the fucking insanity where you can just kind of forget everything. Like, I don't know. So yeah, there's that. So I haven't even touched on a single topic yet. That's awesome. We are 30 minutes in. 3 words: salted caramel Twix. Have y'all had that? Because the thing is, oh my gosh, did I update y'all that I don't have a gluten allergy? You know how I was like, oh, I think I'm allergic to gluten. That explains all my stomach issues. So that explains this, that, and the third. So I got tested for celiac, so I don't have it. So I've been eating gluten again, and I'm not crapping my pants anymore and being bloated and crazy. So it's like, I don't know what the fuck was going on with my body for like 4 months, where I was not able to eat gluten and was actually like dying every time. Still haven't pinpointed that issue. So that's crazy. But yeah, life update. That being said, I'm able to eat Twix again, which is fucking the greatest news I've ever heard. Because I do have a sugar addiction. Yeah, thanks, Mom, for that. That is hereditary, I believe. Just kidding. But I did grow up in a must eat something sweet after meal household, which, hey, Nothing wrong with that. But I will say as an adult, it is crippling. I'm never satiated until I have something a little sweet after dinner. But have you had a salted caramel Twix? And if you call it caramel, shut the fuck up. I'm just kidding. That's your prerogative. But yeah, it's like a Twix, but better. As an adult, I've realized like salt makes everything better. It really does. When I was little, like salted stuff like that were desserts. I was like, ew, salt on a chocolate chip cookie. What the fuck? As an adult, I'm like, yeah, if it doesn't have salt on it, it's so sweet in like a bad way. In a way where it just tastes incomplete. So a Twix is normally really good. The salted caramel, it's mind-blowingly good. It's like if I had to do like a tier list of like Twix bars or whatever, a salted caramel Twix is S tier and a normal Twix is A tier, you know? So it's like it elevates it that much. Like I wouldn't even put the normal Twix as S tier. Like it's not even there. But the salted caramel, y'all, fucking insanity. Try it. That's my recommendation of the week. New segment. I'm just kidding. That will not be a new segment because I really don't be like trying a bunch of shit because I don't have money to spend like that. But yeah, I got one of those. Crazy good. God, what to talk about? Wow, the topics I have, you guys, are really, really important. So actually I did want to talk about something. The Savannah Bananas. So the Savannah Bananas, if you are unaware, are an exhibition entertainment style baseball team that exists kind of in the same universe as like the Harlem Globetrotters. So if you're familiar with the Harlem Globetrotters, it is a basketball team that does like exhibition style basketball games that are outside of the NBA. So it's not the same rules and regulations. It is for entertainment purposes. However, they are still playing basketball, but they do like crazy like trick shots. They like jump on trampolines. They like do all these like weird things with the ball. Like they were like a giant part of pop culture too for like a very long time. Like they were in like Scooby-Doo episodes. They were like in movies, like very famous organization. The Savannah Bananas are the same it's like the stupidest fucking name. It's like the same type of shtick, but it is baseball. Okay. So the Savannah Bananas have really taken the internet by storm with their integration of TikTok dances and overall viral moments that have been intertwined in America's favorite pastime, baseball. And let me tell you, the Savannah Bananas, I posted this on my story a few days ago. I think they are the closest thing that we have gotten to a non-toxic representation of male. I think that's the end of that, of just men in mainstream media in a very long time. And it's very interesting because the people who hate on the Savannah Bananas are like very clearly unhappy people. Like these are people who are like, oh, that's gay. And you're like, how? Like in what way? You know what I'm saying? It's people who are homophobic. It's people who are like anti-fun, which really all homophobic people are just anti-fun. Like what's wrong with you? What do you mean you're scared of gay people? Fucking loser. That's what that sounds like. But it's like the same people who are like when football rules get introduced to like reduce the amount of like CTE and like deaths, they're like, oh, well, now it's pussy rules for football. It's like, what is wrong with you? Why do you want, like, it was like when Donald Trump made the statement about like the NFL, like the new rules for kickoff, where the rules have changed slightly so to eliminate a number of like unnecessary injuries during kickoff. And Donald Trump like put a statement out where he was like, oh, it's stupid, the NFL needs to go back to the way it was. It's like, weren't you the one who avoided getting drafted in the war because you made up some bullshit like disability that you didn't have? Rules for thee and not for me. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, but the Savannah Bananas are just like an overall like good example of what the potential in entertainment in mainstream media that could happen if people would just let go of this idea of like overtly masculine quote or overtly like feminine quote like boxes to put around athletics and entertainment. Because at the end of the day, like, they are still people who are athletes. You know what I mean? It's like, which dance is a sport. I will die on that hill. I am that person who is like, yes, it is an art first and foremost, which is why I don't believe it should be in the Olympics, because it's very subjective in what you like in dance. However, the technique and the skill of it is most definitely a sport. Like, it's athletic. You train, you have to be in a physically fit condition to do a lot of the things that are required for dance and whatever. But the baseball element of itself is at a professional level. Like, these are people who are playing either previously in the major or the minor leagues, or they're trying to get into like the major leagues. They're coming from a minor league team, whatever. But they also are passionate or talented at the entertainment side of things, whether that's dancing or just like being a bit more performative, like acting, like things like that. So it's like Troy Bolton grew up and he is like High School Musical personified. Really, that's like what it is. And it's really cool to see it be taken to such a like mainstream presentation, to the fact that like it's crossing the boundaries of what it can be for performance art and athletics. And what I think is so like interesting about it, because as much as I think it's a really good positive thing, I think another thing that we can't, not talk about if we're talking positively about that is the fact that it's very similar to drag. Like, no tea, no shade. But if you are okay with something like the Savannah Bananas, which I think is a great example of non-toxic masculinity, and also it just opens up this cool dialogue for children to have, to look at and be like, oh my God, like, I don't have to be like only a baseball player or only like a dancer or only an actor or like it creates this new avenue of possibilities when it comes to like normalization of like what athletics can mean for kids. And so I don't know, there's so many important elements of it. However, you can't be okay with that and then be like against drag shows, because it's very, very similar. Like, the two art forms are extremely similar in the fact that, drag queens are essentially playing a character and playing like a dramatized version of that character for entertainment purposes. And there's so much pop culture references involved in drag, and there's so much like homage to musical artists, to like actors, to just like famous incidents in pop culture history, the same way that the Savannah Bananas do in their shows. Because like at the end of the day, yes, it's a baseball game, but it's also a show. It's very choreographed. It's very like planned out. Like, they have dance routines, they have little like side bits that go on. They have like, they have like quote cheerleaders who are like full grown men dressed up in like cheer uniforms. So that is literally drag. But even the baseball players themselves, I would argue, is a form of drag because yes, they're playing baseball, but they're also like taking on a character who is also a baseball player. So I don't know. I think it's important that we, in a time where we're being so accepted of that, and we are in this weird, like crazy politicized, like super gender conforming rules being placed on society and whatever, we cannot in one breath be like, yes, this is okay, but then when it looks slightly different, it's not okay, and it's predatorial and it's inappropriate for kids to watch and whatever, where it's like, how is this any different than what is being broadcasted on live television where children are at and men are dressed up in quote feminine outfits and portraying stereotypically like feminine roles and singing musical theater and lip syncing stuff and dancing and whatever. It's like, to say that that is okay and then to say that drag is not and it's inappropriate and it's whatever is so hypocritical. And it's also just like proof that it all comes back to just like misogyny and the patriarchy, because like the issue that they have with drag is that it is quote gay, but the Savannah Bananas is not because it's quote sports or whatever. And it's like, to blanket it like that is just like, I mean, at what line do you draw, you know? Because it's like, okay, then you go to a play and you see somebody playing somebody of a different gender, which happens all the time. And going back to like original plays and stuff, when women were not allowed to participate, it's like men played all the roles and they were in drag. So it's just, I don't know. As much as I love the Savannah Bananas, because I think it's tea, I would love to go. It looks fun as fuck. I also think it's important in this time where that's being normalized that we need to also bring attention to the fact that like drag has been so demonized and so like incorrectly portrayed in media to people who don't understand drag culture or like queer culture or queer arts. It's like, that was kind of the blueprint for what the Savannah Bananas is. Like, let's be so fucking for real. So, I don't know. All that to say, if you're going to a Savannah Bananas show, or if you're engaging in Savannah Bananas content, but you're anti-drag, which I cannot imagine a single person watching this is like that, really sit with yourself on that and ask yourself why, you know? And I think that will help you realize that it's like, it is the homophobia, it is the misogyny, it is that is influencing your opinion on that. It has nothing to do with protecting the kids or whatever. Because it's like, what do you mean? Like, nobody is coming after the kids. I saw this clip and it was like, why do drag queens only read to kids? Why don't they read to homeless people or prisoners or whatever? And it was like Bob the drag queen like stitched it and was like, well, I don't know if you know this, but like homeless people and prisoners normally can read. So it's like, yeah, clock it. Like, what do you mean, why aren't they reading to adults? How would you feel if an adult came over to you and read you story time? I'd be like, yeah, I'm good. I don't need a storybook reading of this. I don't need you to tell me the tale of the fucking Three Little Bears. I'm 42. I can read, thank you. Well, why do they have to do it to kids? Why aren't they reading to fucking the elderly? Why aren't they? Because, yeah, they can read. Shocking as that might seem. You might not be able to read, but they definitely can. So they don't need anybody to read them Alice in Wonderland or fucking, I don't know, The Little Prince. They got it. I thought that was so funny because I was like, oh my God, you guys are so homophobic. Like you can't even like create a valid argument. Like that doesn't even make sense, but crazy. Anyway, Savannah Bananas, love it. Get into it. I want to go see them. I think that'd be so fun. Also, I do have a secret passion for baseball because one of my favorite animes ever, Ace of the Diamond, it's a baseball anime and it created a love for baseball I did not know that I would ever have because I don't do the sports balls. I don't care. I'm not a big sports girl. I really don't care. However, baseball is something that I thought was so boring my entire life. I watched one anime and my life was changed. So now I do enjoy watching baseball. So I think the Savannah Bananas is actually a perfect crossroads of everything that I love. So yeah, if you've been to a Savannah Bananas, how was it? Oh my God. So crazy. If you know anything about me, if you're a longtime club member, you know I fucking love the Try Guys. Okay, I love the Try Guys. I'm a Try Guy stan. I'm literally subscribed to their like app, Second Try. I love them. Today, which is yesterday for y'all, Ned posted, and if you don't know Ned is the Try Guy who cheated on his wife with one of the fellow employees of the Try Guys. Okay. And the reason why that's so insane, besides the fact that that in and of itself is insane, his whole persona within the Try Guys franchise was he was like the I love my wife guy. Like everything he did was always centered around his whole character of like, I love my wife. I love being a dad. I'm obsessed with my wife. Blah, blah, blah. And like even to the fact where it's like him and his wife like put out like a cookbook, like they did like all these things, and every show that they would do, his like whole thing, like whatever that they would be doing, like with if it was like without a recipe, if it was like these like competition shows, his was always like around his wife. Like that was his whole thing. So that was like a very crazy thing that happened in 2022. I think it separated the Try Guys. They kicked him out because crazy. And then since then Eugene has slowly like kind of like left as well to do his own thing, and now the only two main Try Guys are Keith Havsberger and Zach Kornfeld. So all that happened, right? And the Try Guys have been very like upfront about like all of that. Like I feel like they were pretty transparent with all of that happening, and like they don't fuck with Ned. Okay, like after that happened, like they all cut ties with him. They don't fuck with him at all. Like they talk shit on him, like not normal, not like you like what am I trying to say? They don't like actively talk shit on him like often, but like if it comes up, they don't really like say positive things. Like they will tell it how it is and be like, yeah, he ruined a lot of shit for us and fuck that guy and whatever. Ned Fulmer, former Try Guy, is making his first appearance and his first project back on the internet. And it is a podcast. I can't believe this is real, by the way, because this man, by all accord, should really not have any sort of platform or any sort of thing on the internet anymore. He is putting out a podcast called Rock Bottom with Ned Fulmer, and the whole shtick of this podcast is like people who have hit, quote, rock bottom and like how they have like overcome it. Mind you, he cheated on his wife with a subordinate at his company. Okay. So it's not some like small thing that this guy did and whatever. His first thing back on the internet is this podcast. And the first episode, y'all are not going to believe this, features his wife, who he cheated on, and is a conversation that they are going to be having, I guess, about all of it and how he overcame it. I'm like, what do you mean you're the one who cheated on? And apparently this whole time they have been like acting like they're trying to make their marriage work, whatever. The day that this was announced, and I think People magazine announced it, and the day that it was announced, TMZ released an article about how they're getting separated, or they are separated. Hold on, I have to pee. I will be right back. Oh my God, so sorry. I'm back. I literally was about to piss my pants. But yeah, so he's been parading around as if him and his wife, Ariel, have been trying to, like, quote, make things work, blah, 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 blah. People magazine comes out with, like, an article or something about, like, this podcast, which is crazy. And then right after that, TMZ puts out something that he has been spotted in, like, LA, like, out with other women, and that him and his wife are separated and whatever. So I'm like, why on fucking earth is she, like, helping this man, like, project his career forward? Which also, who the fuck is going to be on this podcast? I'm sorry, but, like, literally, like, who is going to participate in this, you know? And I feel like he wouldn't launch it unless he had, like, a good amount of people who have already, like, batched episodes with him. But the whole concept being, like, yeah, I hit my rock bottom and now I'm gonna be talking to people how they overcame it, blah, blah, blah. As if his rock bottom was something just, like, small or whatever. I'm like, you cheated on your wife in front of millions of people after telling the whole internet for fucking 10 years how obsessed you were with her and all of this other shit. And, like, that's so embarrassing. I'm like, who is he gonna have on his podcast? Fucking David Dobrik? How you hit rock bottom and came up from it? Oh, you mean when you almost killed somebody on camera? The fact David Dobrik still has a career after the whole Jeff Wittick thing is actually crazy to me. But I digress. But anyways, this creator, this is how I found out about this. I was scrolling TikTok and this was on my FYP. So let's watch this video. This creator's name is Chicken Nugget and she posted this.
Do you want to know what I didn't expect on my 2025 bingo card? Ned Fulmer attempting to return to the internet with a podcast with his wife Ariel. Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. And People fucking magazine. Of course he's capitalizing off of the bullshit he fucking pulled. Of course he's capitalizing off of the bullshit he fucking pulled to then promote his new show, Rock Bottom, and tune in with my debut episode with Ariel on Wednesday. Also, number one, I could have sworn I unfollowed this motherfucker on Instagram. Could have sworn I unfollowed him on Instagram. So imagine my fucking surprise. I'm on my little lunch break and see this shit. Man! Oh, Eugene Lee Yang, baby. Baby!
So that's fucking crazy. Yeah, so I guess that comes out today or came out today. I want to watch it, but I don't want to give him views. So I really want somebody else to watch it so then I can watch their recap of it. Yeah, I'm the pettiest bitch you know. And what about it? But I just had to talk about that because I was like, die hard stan. Oh, babe, I know they are all dying laughing. Keith posted some, like, clip from The Simpsons, which was so funny. Like, let me just show you it. I don't know if I'll be able to show the video on YouTube because Simpsons is, like, massive IP. So, like, I doubt it will let me show it. But he posted this clip from The Simpsons.
Just don't look, just don't look. Just don't look, just don't look.
But it's basically a clip where it's like these people are like actively destroying the town and like things are falling apart. But then like Lisa and this guy are like singing a song. And so everybody's just distracted by like all of the chaos that these people are causing because they're just like watching them sing instead. And so I'm like, oh, the shade that Keith is saying, like Ned like actively like destroyed you know, something, but now he's like putting out a podcast to try to capitalize on it and being like, don't look at all the bad things that I did. Like, let me just show you how I've become a better person because of them or in spite of them or whatever. And it's just, oh my God, it's so funny. And then Miles posted on his story something like, he was like, ha 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 ha. Like, let me find it. Wait, oh my God, wait, this fucking clip just popped up when I typed in Miles Bonsignore, Ned Fulmer. Wait. This is a clip from the podcast. I feel like I have to just play it.
Not only did you having an affair just it shattered our marriage, but it also, like, all of that guilt and shame, you like hoisted that on me. Like, you gave that to me. And now I have to carry that around for the rest of my life.
I don't.
First of all, what is that squeaky noise happening in the background? That is going to piss me off, actually. And what the fuck is this? This is so uncomfortable.
I think it's fair that as a society, you're put in that position. It's certainly not true.
As a society? He just called his wife or his ex-wife, I don't know, a society? That doesn't make any sense.
And no, it's not something that I imagined as I was doing that. I think none of it was.
Not only did you having an
I'm sorry, who is going to watch this? He goes, somebody commented, society. We didn't cheat on her. Not him blaming society for him cheating on his wife. But anyways, Miles posted on his story like just a screenshot about like flying, like he's like getting on a flight, like a 6-hour flight, and like seeing that Ned posted that thing or whatever. And I don't know, it's just insanity. I think that's so crazy. Like, that's your comeback to the internet. And like, ew, that clip alone gave me the heebie fucking jeebies. And what the fuck was that squeaky thing in the background? That was so annoying. Yikes. So anyways, at the end of every club meeting, you know, I like to take a moment and I ask you guys a question on the Instagram. So if you're not following the Instagram, follow the girlsclub.pod on Instagram right the fuck now. That way that you can be tapped in and you can start talking in these club meetings as well, because it's all about members. I want to hear from y'all. So I put out a question this week and I said, what is your favorite bad movie? We all have one, or we all have some. So let's see what we got. All right. Devil. I don't think I'm familiar with that. Is that the movie where they're like in the elevator and it's like that old, like it's like an elevator and like there's like an old lady or something? Devil movie. Yep, I know this movie. Bro, I forgot about this movie. I think I low-key like that movie too. I feel like it's one of the like earlier like horror movies that I watched and I like enjoyed. When did it come out? 2010? Yeah. Vampire Academy. What the fuck is that? Vampire Academy. Oh, it's a TV series. Or maybe it was a movie franchise. I don't know. Yeah, that looks bad. But I could see how it would be good. It looks like, yeah. I feel like if I was young, I would like that. I would fuck with that. It's not even bad, but no one loves it the way that I do. The Goofy movie. Oh, that's a classic. That's not a bad movie at all. That movie's good as fuck. The pizza, oh my God, that looked so good. The Goofy movie's so good. Has to be the Twilight series. Girl, I could not agree more. The Twilight series as a movie franchise is actually dog shit. Like, if we're like looking at it objectively, from the writing to the acting to the CGI, it's really bad. However, it's monumental in the pop culture that older Gen Z and young millennials existed within, right? Team Edward, Team Jacob was the first moment, I think, in my life that I really felt like, oh, this is what it's like to be a straight woman. Unfortunately, that was the moment when I knew there's no way that I am any bit of queer, as much as I really wish that I was, especially in today's day and age where like men are just like, and I really cannot see myself ever marrying a person because I am straight and I'm not really a fan of men. But in that moment I was like, no, I know. The writing is on the wall, and unfortunately I am very straight. I was always Team Edward. Always. Never Team Jacob. If you're Team Jacob, I don't get you, I don't know you, and I don't understand. Because Edward was like, especially as like a young girl, like if you watch it as an adult, again, back to the whole like bad movie, bad writing, you know, you shouldn't want Bella to be with either one of these people. But also Edward is like quite literally like hundreds, if not thousands of years old. So it's very predatory. So in that sense, it's like, wait, ew, this is wrong. But if we look at it and we pretend that that's not real, of course it's Edward, you know, obsessed with you, like was willing to like die for you, blah, blah, blah. Jacob's love was so surface level. It was just so whatever. And then the whole imprinting on the baby, it's like, girl, what the fuck? Just, it was never going to be Jacob. It just never was. So, yeah, I agree. Twilight franchise, horrendous, but so fucking good. Elizabethtown. What is that? Elizabethtown. Aspiring young shoe designer Drew Baylor gets fired from his high-profile job after the failure of his latest project. To make matters worse, his girlfriend Ellen leaves him and becomes suicidal. What the fuck? Drew's morbid plans are interrupted by news of his father's death, and he's called back to his Kentucky hometown. On his flight, he meets the lovely Claire. Am I like okay? Why can I not read right now? He meets the lovely Claire, a sunny flight attendant who tries to help him embrace life once again. Also, oh my God, is that Paula Deen? Wait, I'm sorry. Is that Paula Deen? Why is Paula Deen in this? Hey y'all, today we're gonna be making some butter like my friend loved me, some butter. And oh y'all, I just gotta tell y'all today, dude, you don't understand. Like, there was Animal Planet kids, there was Disney kids, there was Cartoon Network kids. I was a Food Network kid. I wanted to be a celebrity chef. That was my dream. Paula Deen, I watched the fuck out of her show. I watched the show that her sons had. Loved that shit. And then when it came out that she was a racist, bro, that was like soul crushing to me. I was like, Paula Deen? And then you grow up and you're like, oh, duh. Oh, duh, she was racist. Oh, duh. But like when you're 7 and you're watching her talk about butter, y'all, and talk about a family, y'all, and talk about Bobby, and what was her other kid's name? It's like Bobby and blah, 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 y'all. And today we're making a butter casserole, y'all. And I never forget the butter, y'all. Why the fuck's she in Elizabethtown? That's how I know it's a bad movie. But Orlando Bloom, honey. Orlando Bloom? Bro. Orlando Bloom is also another reason where it's like, unfortunately, too straight. That man is hot. The Pirates of the Caribbean, his character in that did things to me. Yeah, this movie looks horrendous, but I want to watch it. Dude, this is like a Nightmare Blunt rotation. Let me just read you some of the actors in this. Alec Baldwin, Bruce McGill, Paula Deen. What the fuck? This is actually crazy. And then Orlando Bloom and Kirsten Dunst. So weird. Jessica Biel also in this, with this craziest photo I've ever seen in my life popping up as her picture. Why is her lipstick like that? It looks like Facetuned. Crazy. Anyways, so there's that, Elizabethtown. Someone Great on Netflix. Not necessarily bad, but just cringy. Someone Great. Someone Great movie. Oh, this actually has really good reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, but really bad reviews on Letterboxd. Yeah, I could see how this is like, quote, a bad movie, but it's good. It's got the girl from Gina Rodriguez. God, what was she in? Anyways, it's got her. It's got DeWanda Wise and Brittany Snow. A lot of like 2010s actresses in it. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I could see. And the theme of this is a lot of these are rom-coms. And unfortunately, it's because those movies are cheap to make. And like acting wise, the bar is not super high for like expectation for people. So it makes sense why they're not that great. The Kissing Booth, girl, you're wrong for that. I've never seen those movies, but I've seen so many YouTube videos of people watching those movies. So I'm very familiar with the Kissing Booth franchise, Jacob Elordi, fucking Joey King. Like, I'm very familiar. But that's funny. And then lastly, we have the After movies based on the Wattpad stories. Any Wattpad to film movie is like actually insane to me because like fanfics really do go so far. Like, let's talk about the fucking Harry Styles fanfic that was made. Not the After, which is also Harry Styles fanfic, but with hello, Princess Diaries. Why can I not think of her name? Yeah, that's crazy. That was literally like a fanfic story. It may have been on Wattpad. May have. It probably wasn't. Like, don't quote me on that. But like a ton, especially on Netflix, a ton of Wattpad stories have been adapted into like actual movies, which is crazy. The After series, another franchise that I have not watched. However, I have watched so many YouTube videos of people watching and reacting to those. So like I'm very familiar with like Hardin and like all that shit. Dylan Sprouse, and he's in those, right? Or is Dylan Sprouse in it? The After movies. Wait, not Dylan Sprouse. Wait, okay, so it's this guy, which that guy is hot. But what's the movie? It's the same actress though, and there's like a movie with Dylan Sprouse, and she is in it with him, and there's like a casino involved, and it's also a Wattpad story. Dylan Sprouse Wattpad movie. Beautiful Disaster, that's what I'm thinking of. Same thing, and I'm pretty sure this is the same girl from the After series. Yeah, Travis Maddox. It's always like the most stupid fucking names you've ever heard in your whole life. Yeah, different franchise, but also like a bad movie. Oh my God. What's so funny is like, The Idea of You is the movie that I'm thinking of, which is like the Wattpad movie that did like really good on on Rotten Tomatoes, which I just don't believe any of that bullshit anymore. But yeah, bad movies that I really like. Let's see. Twilight franchise has got to be on that list. Those movies are horrendous, but they're so good. Also Final Destination movies, bad movies. I really enjoy it. I think they're fun. They're funny. They're camp. I like them. I also Fast and Furious. I know. People are like, oh, Fast and Furious are good movies. The newer ones, I would say, are really bad. The old ones are really bad as well, but the old ones are really good for me. After Paul Walker dies, I have not seen any of those ones because I don't care anymore. The franchise is dead to me. Pre Paul Walker dying, those movies eat down. Oh, also bad movie franchise that I am obsessed with, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man series. Some of my favorite movies of all time, objectively bad movies. But anyways, that's it for this week's club meeting, guys. I know we kind of went over, but I had a lot to talk about. And let me know if you have a bad movie and you didn't get to comment. Let me know what it is. And also let me know if you watched Ned Fulmer's little thing, because I think I have to watch it. After seeing that clip, I gotta watch it because that is a train wreck. And I need a ticket. I need to go choo choo all a fucking board. I need to be on that train wreck and see what's going on. But anyways, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in next week's club meeting. Bye.
The Girls Club, 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 the Girls Club. It's my club and I'm a girl, yeah.